Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to our video for setting intentions. My name is Carrie Browninger,
And I'm Naomi Geidel.
and we're here to talk about setting intentions, specifically related to the single and/or childless, not by choice community. So the first place where we want to start is talking a little bit about what is an intention versus what is a goal. Oftentimes we talk about resolutions and we talk about goals, and Naomi and I really specifically and intentionally wanted to make this video about intentions. So an intention is a way that you want to feel. How do you want to feel moving into this next phase of your life? A goal is, what are you going to do? So an example to really highlight the difference between intention and goal would be an intention might be you want to feel physically stronger. And a goal would be, I'm going to strength train for 30 minutes 2 times a week. So the goal is the action, but again, the intention is, how do you want to feel? So to kick us off and really talk about how values are a good place to start in terms of identifying your intentions, Naomi will go from there.
Yeah, cool. So we're going to talk about values, and there is the download. So hopefully you've downloaded that or can look at it on your computer and add that work to your journal. But on that list are values. And why are values important? They're like our guiding posts or guiding touchstones of our life and how we show up and how we live and make decisions. So if we're very clear on our values, then we can align our decisions, our actions to those, which are really helpful. Our goal by the end of this process that I'm going to take you through is to get down to like 3 to 5 that is not set in stone. Do what feels right for you. But I find that if we have, that kind of number, it's easy to remember. Like I know my memory is going. So if I have a list of 10 values, I'm not going to remember those. They might confuse me. I have to go find my notes again. But if I have 4, I can remember those quite quickly. And then I can, okay, is this decision aligned to the values? Yes. Okay. Then I have full confidence that what I'm stepping into, I can do that well. So on that list, you have a whole list of values. So the first thing you're going to do is just go through that list and circle any that resonate with you. So you might have quite a few, and that's okay. Once you have circled all those that resonate with you, you're then going to try to combine the ones that kind of like with like, or that have the same feeling, the same theme, and you're going to group those together. And from that group, you're going to see if one kind of rises to the top, if you will, or that encompasses more of what your true value is for, establishing those 3 to 5 values. So once you do that, hopefully that has whittled it down. It may take some time, and that's cool. You can always, pause this video and just really take time to do this process. When I do it with other people, they do really see the value in it, and really helps them feel more confident in where they're going. So one step further that you can take as you're doing this values work is to write your own definition of your values. So for example, one of my values is belonging. So under that kind of definition, I have a community, a connecting place. And that's what I am building in different areas of my life, not just for others, but for myself as well. And so I have that clear definition and that picture in my mind for my values. So that's, I think, a next nice step to get really clear and write your own dictionary for yourself instead of taking what other people may put to the meaning of a word. All right, so that is a process. So give yourself a pat on the back for doing that work. And I hope that you are feeling good about what you've established, and that you can see that it's nothing different from how I've been living, but it's more visible to you now, and more clear so that you can move forward. So the next step we're going to do is writing down, how do you want to feel in this next year? So take some time, as long as you need, put on that music if you like, put on a candle, and just sit with yourself. And how do you want to feel in this next year? Another thing that you might want to think about that could help this is, how do you want to feel in a year? All right, so next step is I'm going to hand it over to Carrie, and she's going to be talking about the Wheel of Life.
Thanks, Tammy. So as part of your download, you should have a Wheel of Life download. And this is a circle that you would divide into sections. And then at each section would represent an area that you want to set an intention in. And really thinking back to, how do you want to feel, right? And then what your values are. Considering those as you are identifying what areas that you want to set these intentions in. Some examples might be relational, physical well-being, emotional well-being, growth, finances, interests, professional or career, passions, hobbies. Not an exhaustive list by any means. And you may have some that I didn't mention, but those are some examples that you can take. So you can pause the video for a moment and really think about which of those you want to set intentions in for this coming year. Okay, now that you have identified those, go ahead and you can write them in to each of your sections. And then Naomi will take it to ideal living.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly go back to the Wheel of Life. I wanted to add something that I found helpful. As you have like each piece of your pie, you're going to kind of rate where you are currently. So, yeah. And so at the beginning, like in the middle of the circle, maybe that's a smaller circle. So you're not feeling very strong or confident in that area, or that's an area of growth. The bigger the circle, maybe you're feeling more confident. So kind of like the middle is the 1 and the 10 is, where you are feeling really good in that. And so that's just kind of is a visual for you to use to kind of see where you're at.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't always like to score myself, but I think it's always good reflection on where we are, so that we are honest with ourselves and where we want to grow. So yeah. All right. And it's yours. Nobody else gets to see it unless you share it. So all right. So the next one is going to be part of a journaling exercise. So again, pause and take as much time as you want. But I really have found this super helpful when I was going through my soul searching season, like that one. Plus, I do it quite a bit now to see where I'm in alignment and where I'm still working to grow in an area or get more aligned. So this is your ideal day. So I want you to journal, what is your ideal day, starting from the moment you wake up. And you can even say, hey, I slept in this really comfy bed, that had this awesome pillow topper. If you want to like get as detailed as possible, because I think putting that into your mind can be really helpful. So going through your ideal day, what time are you waking up? What are you doing when you wake up? What do you see when you wake up? What do you do next? When your feet hit the ground, what are you feeling on the bottoms of your feet? Is it bright outside? Is it dark outside? What are you eating for breakfast? What do you do first? What do you do next? So get as detailed as possible, just walking through every moment or every section of your day. can be quite helpful in painting that picture. I realize that this exercise can be very difficult depending on what season of grief you're in, because your ideal life may not have what you want, and that might not be a reality, but I invite you to do this if you feel comfortable to do so, to just really paint a picture of what you do have control over, what are some new possibilities for you. So yeah, so give or take this one if you want, but hopefully it's helpful to you at some season of your life. All right, so once that's done, you're going to take those intentions and those things that you have established for your life and set some actionable steps to them. So take one of those intentions. So for example, what we're using is wanting to be stronger. And you're going to set intentions or goals to support that. So if that means showing at the gym 2 times a week, then how is that going to look, right? You're putting that on your calendar. You're setting out days. Are these flexible days? Are these non-negotiable days? Like, how do you want that to look like? And then you can also put and think about what supports you need to accomplish these actionable goals. I wanted to be stronger. I had the intention. I had the goal kind of getting up in the morning and doing push-ups on my own. Time after time, that did not happen. So my support that I have set in place is getting to the gym, and I have a trainer to hold me accountable to that and to push me in new ways than I can push myself. So yes, we do need external supports. So yeah, write those down, what that looks like. If that's a friend, if that's a therapist, if that's a coach, if that's some other accountability group, an app, like there's so many different ways to get support out there today. And acknowledging that we do need support is probably one of the first things that we need to do so that we can move the needle forward. So, all right. I hope I covered it all. Do you have anything else, Carrie?
I do. I do
Yeah.
want to talk a little bit more about supports. I think
Yeah.
for those in our community, those who are single and or childless, not by choice, supports that we feel validated through, supports that we feel understand the season that we're in, that understand the waves of grief and trauma of this can sometimes be hard to come by. And so online supports can be a good first place to start if you feel like that you don't have that in real life. I know for me, the Instagram community was incredibly helpful and still is in terms of helping me see other people who have a life that's going to look similar to mine in terms of relationship and family, and really using words and checking each other. And for example, one of the real things that I find helpful is whenever somebody says family indicates kids, right? Well, no, family is not just about kids. And so if you want a safe place that you can get that kind of support, we have started a community called Sonder Sisterhood. We're really excited about it. And we chose this name because Sonder is a word in English that means the realization that each passerby has a life as vivid and as complex as your own. In sisterhood, because I think we can all use a tribe and a support network to help us through the unique ways in which we are going through life. So please join us. We'll be putting out content and videos and would love your feedback and would love for you to join us over there. And we're really excited about it. And hopefully you were able to get some nuggets out of this video to help you as you explore and begin to navigate your next journey.
Awesome. Thank you.